Stuff your buns full of meat. It's time for an all-new campaign of Crit Sandwich. Welcome to Crit Sandwich, the world's tastiest D&D podcast. Crit Sandwich is four friends playing 5th edition D&D with random settings and plots. We use adult language, have inconsistent character voices, and screw up the rules. If this is your first time listening, check out our first and second campaign. They are out there. They are ready for you. They are eager to be binged. You can start at any episode 0 or 1. In episode 0, we're on a chart to build the campaign. That's what we did on our last episode, which was out earlier today. But now it's time for an all-new campaign based on, actually, you know what? Let's skip all this. We'll have our new Dungeon Master introduce the campaign setting and plot and story. But to my left, we got Matt Popich.
Hey, man. Ready for some, who the hell knows what's going to happen? I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's exciting stuff. It's not me, the DM. Is it Chuck? Is it Chuck Ventus to the left of me?
I don't know, man. We'll find out here in just a second. I'm just so excited to play. I don't know.
You know who else is excited to play? Me, Casey Sears, your host.
Mm-hmm.
To my right, Robbie Ponder, our brand new Dungeon Master for Campaign 3 of Crit Sandwich.
Thank you, Casey. That's right. I have volunteered to be the Dungeon Master for this one. To remind everyone, our characters are elementals, our setting is in a magic school, and the plot is They Live. And I just want to clarify for everyone, you would have not to have to seen the movie They Live to understand this campaign at all. And same thing for my players. You do not have to see the movie at all.
Speaking of which, okay, so I watched the movie. This is Casey. I watched the movie. Matt, what'd you think about that film?
So I watched the trailer. I would recommend, if you're going to watch the movie, if you're like, you listen to this podcast and you're like, hey, that sounds like a cool movie, I want to watch that, do yourself a favor and don't watch the trailer first, because that's what I did. And I was like, well, I'm not fucking watching that. That looks awful. It's got great reviews. I read a whole bunch of good stuff about it. But right when you watch the trailer, you're going to say, this looks awful. So just FYI for everyone.
Chuck, what'd you think about the movie?
I watched the trailer as well.
It ruins it. It looks awful.
I made the same mistake.
Right.
It looked pretty bad.
So it is a mistake, because I'm sure it's a great movie.
Listeners, I'm fully converted. I really, really like They Live. I wish someone would have explained it to me as like a political movie, like an anti-capitalism kind of scree. Like it's
not what the trailer looks like. The trailer looks like a monster movie. Like It looks like, yeah.
Yeah, it is very much a very political, very cool, very it's a movie with a message and some real bad 80s shit going on. It's stiff and it's wooden, but it's wonderful. The fight scene with Roddy Piper and Keith David that goes on for 20 minutes is wonderful. It's not a perfect movie, but I really, really liked it, and I can't believe you guys didn't watch it. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves.
That was a really long fight scene.
Yeah. It's way too long.
I want to say that's the one. There was an episode of South Park where they have a fight scene, and I want to say they mimicked it almost exactly from that. Because
it would have been a whole episode of South Park then.
It was a they made fun of that because of anyway, I plan on watching it.
You should.
I want to.
Don't let him guilt you into it.
No, but I want to. No, I'm sure
you should watch it too.
Yeah.
It's like an instant classic.
Somebody said that they bought it and they were going to let us borrow it. So I think that person should be held responsible because we never got the video in our hands.
That person did forget to bring it over. Maybe that DM had a lot on his mind. Okay, so I'm going to go over some general information about what's going to happen here. Now, there are prime elements, but I want you guys to know that it's not the four that we all have come to know of earth, air, fire, water. I wanted to base the primary elements on this game off of primary colors, red, blue, and yellow. So red being fire, blue water, and yellow is lightning. The school doesn't start for another week. I'll let you guys know that. You guys are all freshmen coming in for orientation week. The school will officially start in a week.
All right.
The school's name is...
I skip orientation.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
The school's name is Middle School of Elementalists, and it's named after its founder, Seth Middle, and for short, people call it the Middle. So also items can channel elemental powers, and for those people who aren't elementalists, they have these magic abilities, but they're not full elementalists. But those items will always stick to one element. Also, elementalists need no items to channel, like so no wands or no symbol to cast their powers through. They're just naturally, their body is their
conduit.
Conduit, yes. And they're naturally stronger than other items as well. The point of the school...
Items? What do you mean by items again?
Well, if an item has an elemental power, like enchanted into it, it's not going to be as powerful as an elementalist. The point of the school is to help you better understand your element and help you become an elemental master. The magic school which is the middle, has all different types of ages based on when those people get their elemental blessing. And it is considered a blessing to be an elementalist. If your character is young, they would have a separate learning area for your grade school. You guys would be going to this campus and you would live on the campus, so it's kind of more like a college campus. You would be leaving behind your families when you go here.
What time frame? Like, are we talking about D&D-ish, or are we talking...
1988, like modern, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Modern world.
So like modern world, but there's items and stuff that can create magic?
Right. So you just gotta think too, like Harry Potter, there are magic items, but like it's kind of like a separate living area. Like you guys really don't know much about from like the school per se.
Would the microwave be considered a magic item?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I consider it a magic item right now.
In our world, really?
But like, are they powered by these little talismans?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Would like a modern, mundane thing like a refrigerator, would that be like some sort of ice elemental thing? Or would that be technology?
That would be technology.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be technology.
Okay.
Technology.
I mean, you got to think too, like in a wizard world, they don't have a refrigerator powered by a wand, I would think. Like this would still be electrical.
Gotcha.
I used a wand to fix my refrigerator. Now it's making ice.
Thank God that fridge is making ice. Guys, I don't want you... the past few times we've had game sessions here at Chuck's house, no ice.
It's been many months.
It's
I don't know how you would go without ice for that long.
Yeah, no ice. It's been very brutal for me.
I wouldn't do it.
Someone who likes to bring a cocktail
right.
or a bourbon and put an ice cube or two in it. It's been hard.
The lines froze, so I had to fix it.
With your wand.
It was literally my wife's hair dryer. I just sat there for a while, but...
All right, so Chuck, you're going to start us off in a character introduction. So you're asleep, and you begin having this dream. And what's in your dream is this gold spear, circle shape. And then all of a sudden you see...
Oh, sphere.
Spear. Yeah.
Sphere. Sphere and sphere, very different.
Sphere.
I was thinking
like
I've done this before.
Sphere.
I've done this before.
I was thinking like a trident kind of thing. Or
Wait,
like
that's not what we're talking about?
It's a sphere.
sphere, like a
Sphere.
circle.
Like Michael Crichton,
man.
the sphere.
The spear. Right.
It's a sphere.
Sphere.
A golden sphere. Go on.
Right. I've pronounced this several times wrong, and I think you guys corrected me before in the past.
We got
There's a naked woman dancing on it. Go on. This is my dream.
No. And then you start seeing the shadow casted on it. It's the little squiggly black line. And then there's another one, and another one, and another one, and another one appears. Until eventually that sphere gets covered up and is completely blackened. And then you wake up. You're sweating from a nightmare, and you have no memory of what your nightmare even was. You just know that you had a nightmare.
Okay.
So you get up and you go look in the mirror. What do you look like?
That was a wicked nightmare. So I guess if my character looked like an actor, think Patrick Swayze. Okay.
Swayze. Very young Patrick Swayze.
Very
right?
young Patrick. Point Break, man.
Okay.
Talking Point Break. Point Break, Patrick Swayze. Athletic build, brown eyes, about 6 feet tall, shaggy, sand-colored, sandy blonde hair. Got a suntan because I'm constantly outside shredding the waves. I just woke up. I don't know. I guess I'll have my normal clothes on. I got dressed. Wearing board shorts, flip-flops. I have a fanny pack that's flipped backwards.
Nice.
I have a white T-shirt on that has what are those tie-dye or the really neon bright colored logos on it. It's it just has a wave on it. It says "Shred to your dead," and that's what I look like.
Are there sleeves or no sleeves?
No,
on the shirt?
no sleeves.
Okay,
no sleeves.
I
They're
figured.
short, they're ripped off.
Yeah.
So sleeveless
ripped
shirt.
off.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, you're good.
Sleeveless
Love it.
shirt. Yeah, that's my guy.
Right. So
You're
as you're
15?
15 years old. Yeah.
All right.
All right, so as you're there, you see your letter, an invitation to the middle, and today is your ride to. They have a driver coming there to pick you up, and today is your day to be picked up. Let me know what you take with you in this taxi that's outside waiting for you.
I just so you're talking about like my equipment and stuff?
Not
basically,
so
or-
much equipment. Like, do you take family photos with you? Do you take
No,
any type of
I
Hold on
do
a
you take
second.
surfboard?
Based on Chuck and I are twin brothers in this game.
Yeah.
And you're not anywhere near home right now.
No,
according to our background.
I
So where are
am,
you even living at?
So I've been kind of living, I guess, kind of on the streets a little bit. I found a place where I could pick up some quick work at like a surf shop out in a Bay Area. I would
So
work
why are
late
you
shifts.
so far away from Casey if you guys are twin brothers?
Something happened. Do you want me to say what happened with my
Yeah,
background?
just give your
or-
background.
Basically, really quick background. While my brother was at the library, I went out surfing with some friends, and that is when I had discovered, while I was out surfing, there was barely any waves that day, and I was getting a little frustrated and bored with what was going on, and I kind of was swinging while sitting out on the water, just kind of staring out into the distance, was just swinging my arms back and forth, and I noticed that while I was swinging my arms above the water, these small ripples were appearing in the water. And I thought, well, that's kind of weird. So I ran my fingertips through the water, and as I did that, a small wave appeared and slightly pushed me forward. So then once I saw that, I was like, wait a second. And then I dug my hands deeper into the water, and then I had created a wave. And basically I was creating my own waves to surf into the beach. I was shredding it too, having tons of fun. And I had waved my friends out to come out and join me on the waves, and when they weren't looking, I had smacked the water extremely hard and created a huge wave, and it ended up being too much for me to control. It ended up creating a tidal wave, and I couldn't control it. We all got sucked under in the undertow, and when I woke up in San Francisco, and when I had seen like a TV, there was a news report the next morning that two boys, my friends, had passed away from a freak wave surfing accident. And then I just kind of ran away from home.
So how long has it been since that happened?
About 3 or 4 months, I'd say.
Okay. So after that happened, then you just went up, you just stayed where you're at, and you went and got a job at a surf shop.
I found
up
it, yeah, I kind of ran away from home at that point. I disappeared. I found some quick work at a surf shop. I was basically working there and working late shifts, and when everyone, they were nice enough to let me close down the shop, but I would work late shifts and basically sleep at the shop, and then I would surf late at night in the moonlight to try and learn more about my powers. It took a while after killing my friends off, but
He says nonchalantly.
I knew they wanted me to get back out there on the water and shred some waves.
Do you take any like personal effects with you when this taxi's waiting outside for you? Do you take any personal effects with you?
No,
No.
just kind of walk out.
Okay, you walk up to this taxi, and as you're starting to walk toward it, you're realizing that it's not as wide as a normal car. This is actually half as wide, and so it's more of a motorcycle shape than anything. And as you get into it, the doors close, and there's a front screen in front of you, so you don't see the driver. The doors lock, and all of a sudden, the back cab starts filling up with a liquid. This liquid starts filling up, and it's touching your feet,
What the fuck?
your waist.
Are you killing my character? Sucker?
This is for not giving me your character sheet. No. No, and as it starts filling up, then you realize that this is a breathable liquid. And this cab, it just takes off like Outer Limits Flight of Fear at King's Island, just like a shotgun. It just bangs. And you realize that all this liquid is to absorb all that G-force that you're experiencing as this thing is going 200 miles an hour plus, as it's going through traffic, able to hit these 90-degree turns, and you're feeling no G-force whatsoever. A 12-hour drive actually turns into probably a 15-minute ride for you. Now you're down on the southern side of California to pick up its next school member, which is Casey.
Hello.
Casey, what are you doing? It's about 9-10 a.m. The library, is this taxi picking you up at the library?
You know, I'm probably 9-10 a.m. I'm probably saying goodbye to all my friends at the arcade. The arcade is on the pier next to the beach where my brother, Nathan?
Yep. I forgot. I didn't say my name.
Yeah,
my character's name's Nathan.
Yeah, so Chuck's character's name is Nathan. I am Nick, because we're twins, so our names have to start with the first, letter, and have to be alliterative. So I am Nick Nada. And so, yeah, I'm probably just saying goodbye to everyone at the arcade shop where I work at and help fix and repair things, and also the place where I discovered my powers.
So we have Nick and Nate Nada.
Yep.
Okay. Just checking.
What do you look like?
Oh, so my brother so we're twins. Fraternal twins, very fraternal.
Yeah.
He looks more like our dad, who is the blonde, buff dude, John Nada. For those They Live fans know who I'm talking about. People that have seen the film know who I'm talking about. So I am definitely the runt of the litter. I'm a lot scrawnier. I've got red hair. Think young Seth Green. Like it's not good. Like none of what I've got going on is good. Like you're talking about like just a white oversized t-shirt and like pale blue acid wash jeans, filthy disgusting white tennis shoes. The hair is like, it's one of those 80 haircuts that's just like a tad mullety. It's not like full mullet, but you know how it's like there's a little bit of bush and a little bit of wave and maybe just like a bit too long in the back. Just pale, red-headed dude. Kind of a scrappy but tough and smart 15-year-old kid.
Okay, I'm thinking that this taxi would actually let you get some personal items. You would probably be home as well. You would leave the library, go home, and gather up your bags to be able to, and then come to the taxi. It would have a set time of when it's getting picked up, and you would be ready for that.
Yeah, sure. I'd probably bring some books to read, some journals, some changes of clothes. A picture of my brother and I, because my brother, from as far as I'm aware, my brother disappeared 3 or 4 months ago. Before I went off to school, we even held like we lit some candles and had a ceremony. We assume he got drowned when his friends got drowned in the ocean. So yeah, I'll bring a picture of him and some books and things.
Okay. The letter that you guys got, let me explain that to you. So this is your invitation letter to the school. I kind of should have gone over this earlier, but forgot. So it's just like a 3-fold pamphlet. Well, on the first page, it has a picture of the school. It looks somewhat ancient, parts of it, Aztecian, I would say, so Indian style. And then there's a mansion, like a castle mansion, a mixture of a castle mansion in the center around these Aztec carved granite style blocks. Make sense?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. So that's the picture of the school. And on the sideways up at the top, it states, Helpful School. And at the bottom is the name of the school, Middle School of Elemental Magic. Congratulations, you're accepted. And on the second page of the pamphlet, it has a picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is standing there summoning a giant fireball with words stating, Learn control.
Learn control.
Learn control. And then it has another sentence on there, help voyage toward world peace. And then there's a small picture of David Hasselhoff. And it says, under David Hasselhoff's picture, it said, if David Hasselhoff was asked, he would agree with world peace. And on the third page, it has all actors giving a bunch of thumbs up. All top actors in 1988. It has Tom Cruise, Eddie Murphy, Tom Hanks, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Paul Hogan, Danny DeVito, Robin Williams, Tom Selleck, and Dustin Hoffman, all those guys, give them big old thumbs up. It says this school has their approval. This school was designed for elementalists just like you.
So wait, do we know as those people as all being elementalists?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, this is what anyone would see is this is just propaganda.
Okay.
They just want world peace.
Yeah. Why is it all dudes?
I was about to. Well, so
Betty Miller is in there, but she's kind of toward the back.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
I was like,
I mean, it is the 80s.
yeah. My head went there. Like back then,
Yeah.
it was normal.
You know, I googled the best actors in 1988, and this is the list that it gave me.
Sexist
That's
list.
a super sexist.
I did not even realize
list.
this.
Best actors, best actresses.
Yeah, maybe it was the way I typed it. Dang on me. So, Casey, you're at your house. You get all your personal effects, some books and stuff.
Yep.
There's a taxi cab outside waiting for you. It depressurizes, lets all the liquid out, and the door automatically opens.
Do I see my brother?
I fall out because this is like a wave. What the?
All the water's already, like, it loses all its pressure before the door's open. Yeah.
Soaking wet.
I guess you would be, yeah. Uh-huh. So, Chuck, you get out and you fall out.
Now I'll get out as soon as the door opens up, and I'll be like shaking myself off, like, dude, what the hell?
What? What?
What?
What?
Nick?
What are you? What are you? What are you?
I know. Calm down.
Okay, I run up to you and just start punching you on the shoulder. Where have you been? We had a candlelight service for you. There was a vigil. Everyone from school was there, and it just punch. What is wrong? Where you been? Why didn't you call us? And just punch in the shoulder.
What are you doing here?
This is we live here, you idiot. They're coming to take me. I'm an Are you an elementalist too?
Yeah. Are you?
I hold out my hands and I produce flame.
Just show a cup of water.
I just like put that out.
Yeah.
It's like
Please splash
a cup
some
of water.
You just splash some water onto it.
Is there like a fountain nearby or anything like
You
that?
were just in a thing of water.
Yeah, there's
yeah. All the water. I'll use shape water to.
There'd be some water left on the ground in the
That's
cab.
right. I forgot about that. So the water on the ground. As soon as I see the flames, I'll be like, "What?" And I'll cast shape water to douse the flames in his hands.
Fire and water. That's so cool.
Wow, it is cool.
That is
we're
pretty
in a
cool.
gang. That's awesome. That's rad.
That's tubular.
Good old surfer language.
It's pretty gnarly.
All right, you guys ready to get in this cab?
Giddy up.
I'll
Chuck, you
explain.
warned them about this water, about to drown them?
Oh, wait.
Wait, who's driving this thing?
It is
I don't
blocked
know.
off. You can
So
extra tinted.
I don't know if we should get back in there because I got in there and it filled up with water.
There's a
And
gust of wind and you guys get
almost
pushed
killed
in the
me.
cab.
That's a huge gust of wind.
Sometimes the DM must railroad at the beginning
All right,
of the podcast.
Don't be scared. Don't be
right.
scared.
Okay. All right.
I don't tell him about the cab filling up with water.
All right, so you guys get in and fills up.
Can he breathe underwater?
It is a breathable liquid. Breathable
Okay.
liquid. It's kind
Canon. He said that.
Breathable liquid.
It's also a tight fit since it's half the width of a car.
Yeah.
Am I
So
sitting
there
on
would
your
be
lap?
there would
lap
be
sitting.
It's like a TARDIS
seats,
in here.
and they would face each other.
Okay.
So you guys take off at jets toward the school. All right, so we're gonna be at the school, and you guys arrive. Nathan and Nada arrive.
Nathan and Nick. Nada.
Yeah. Jinx.
Nada.
Nathan and Nick.
Twins. That's why we're
you guys
twins. We
are
said
like
that at the same
Nick
time.
and Nate.
N and
Nick and
N
Nate.
and N and N.
And.
So you guys get there, and there is like a Rolls Royce that shows up.
Let's just say for the sake of things that, well, can we talk under the water?
Yeah. You guys.
Is this ride long enough where I could just explain my background or not? Well, what happened
Okay.
to him in the car?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so
Yeah,
let's
we
just say for the
share.
sake of that,
Okay.
I share where I've been for the past 4 months.
Yeah.
What happened? So
I don't actually. When we were at our house, I might have gotten our mom. Right? Like I might have said, "Hey, mom. Hey, look at this. Your son is alive."
Oh,
There might have been a whole thing there. We'll just pretend that happened.
That is an excellent idea. We can pretend that happened. So you guys arrived there. You haven't got out of your vehicle yet, and I'll explain the scenery in a minute. But there's a Rolls Royce pulling up, and Matt's character is in this really nice
Rolls Royce.
Matt, why are you in this Rolls Royce, dude?
Yeah, good question.
Well, I mean, the headmaster Middle came and picked you up personally, so you're in his vehicle.
Okay, so that makes sense. So I'm just arriving as well, fresh out of almost going to jail. Am I getting out of the car as they see me? Is that what's happening? Or am I?
Yeah, you can go ahead and explain your character appearance and your background.
Okay, so you guys see someone that you would not see not that you would not expect getting out of a Rolls Royce. I'm picturing like a jean jacket, cut off blue jeans as well, like a stained. Was Nirvana around then? No, that's in the 80s. 88?
No,
they were early. They were 90s.
Early 90s. Yeah, grunge is a little bit later, but you could be more punk.
Yeah, it's probably more punky. Picture the dude in Wedding Crashers that paints Vince Vaughn a picture of himself. Like, he's a weirdo. Like, he's goofy looking. Got, like, a really weird greenish tint to his skin. What jumps out at you most is, like, super big goggles that take up half of his face. Like, his eyes look super huge compared to the rest of normal body parts because these goggles kind of, like, make his eyes pop out, kind of like a frog.
What's your name?
Shah.
I'll hit my brother. I'll hit Nick on the shoulder, but look at that guy.
Whoa.
Freaking weirdo.
I wonder what his element is.
I see you guys kind of whispering and looking at me, and I just super weird kind of like show you my fangs a little bit.
The fuck?
Yeah, just like... Oh my God. And I've got no talents there. It's just simply to weird you out. That's it.
Weird. This is pretty weird.
Do you think they have vampires here?
I guess. I don't know.
What?
And then maybe at the end of it, just like a little like lick of my front teeth.
I think he's flirting with us. I should get out of here. Gross.
So your guys' train that you're in is a bit muddy. It's probably about a little of a half-inch thick of mud as you're walking around. As your footprints kind of around in the mud. Headmaster Middle will get out of his Rolls Royce in the back as his driver opens the door for him. And the driver you would see, you guys would know as a dwarf, but he is more paled skin and looks like he has darkened some complexion areas, kind of like Frankenstein from the Addams Family, but more dwarven-like, so he's more like charcoal face with pale skin.
So he's like, okay, this is because we're all humans. Is he like a human dwarf, a human with dwarfism?
You guys would think that it's a human with dwarfism for right now.
Okay. All right, that's what I wasn't sure on.
He goes and opens the door for Headmaster Middle. Headmaster Middle gets out, and Matt already really much knows what he looks like. So Headmaster Middle is in robes, and it's a rainbow of colors going down his robes with a white scarf wrapped around his neck. And at the end of his scarf is it's blackened because it's so dirty that it's from rubbing down on the mud so much it's gotten dirty. He gets out and tells everyone, "Well, welcome to the school. There is a school bus nearby that does not have any tires in it." And he instructs everyone to load their things onto the school bus and to get on the school bus. There's about 15 kids here. If you guys want to talk to anyone, feel free. And there's also 5 other kids that are in robes, just like Headmaster Middle's robes. And they have different color scarves, being of red, blue, and yellow.
I want to talk to every single character. Are you ready? I'm just kidding. No. I tell Nick, that dude's wearing a dress.
Yeah, like a rainbow dress. That's so lame.
Rainbow.
I want to talk to the prettiest and cheerleadery type girl that I can find.
This is an all-boys school.
Is it?
No, it's not an all-boys school. Give me a minute.
You got to. Robbie's leaving the table. He's putting on a wig. And he's putting on a dress.
A little mini skirt.
He's straight up taking off his clothes to put on.
He is tucking. He's tucking in.
A little tuck going. He's got some falsies.
I wasn't planning anything crazy here. You probably don't need any of that, but
it's my list of character names. I need that. All right. prettiest and loveliest one, you go up and talk to her, and she will automatically introduce herself. Her name is Loveline Butter.
Loveline Butter.
Butter.
Right.
I like butter.
Butterface.
Hi, Loveline. My name's Shah. Did you know if you cut a worm in half, it can live both sides? Both sides can live. And I want to cast Word of Terror on her.
What the fuck?
All she has to do is, if she succeeds on a 13 Wisdom saving throw, then she passes. Otherwise, she's just scared to death of me. That's all I'm trying to accomplish here. She's frightened of me for the next hour.
Is this unintentional or intentional?
Okay, she's completely frightened by you and sickened by you.
All right, that's all I wanted to accomplish.
She walks away from you.
So that's kind of like, now hopefully she talks to everybody else and says what a weirdo I am, so people stay away from me. That was my goal there.
What do you think? What the?
Exactly.
Okay, so as a dorky young male in the late 1980s, do I see anybody wearing something that would like give me some solidarity with them, like a dorky T-shirt or some, you know what I mean, like some sort of geek cred?
Where the nerds at?
Yeah, where my nerds at? Where my nerds at? Show me where my nerds at.
Nintendo back then?
Actually, it would have come out in
84.
89.
89. So maybe
Atari, arcade,
Yeah.
pinball.
Yeah,
Someone got a
yeah.
Knight Rider shirt
Nintendo
on.
didn't come out
nice.
83?
In the States,
When
I
did
think,
Nintendo come out?
maybe it's like 86 in the
84,
States.
I thought. Right? No? Am I crazy?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe like an original Mario
I
shirt.
feel like it was the year that I was born or the year before. The original Nintendo. Maybe I'm crazy.
July 15th, 1983
83.
in Japan.
Oh, in Japan. Okay.
So that would be... Okay, yeah. So yeah, Nintendo's a thing that exists. That's probably a thing that I like. 85 in North America. October
that's what it
85. So yeah, 3 years ago. Yeah, Nintendo came out. Yeah. Who's wearing the Legend of Zelda t-shirt? Or the Super Mario Brothers t-shirt?
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, hey, you want to be my friend?
Is there a guy wearing that shirt?
I don't know. Sure.
Sure, he'll have a Zelda shirt on. There,
Nice.
you walk up to him. He introduces himself. His name is Andy Lovato.
I introduce myself as Nick Nada, and I tell him I like his Legend of Zelda t-shirt.
Thanks. He has on really thick brim glasses, and he adjusts them. What was your shirt you have on? Maybe he'll compliment
Just
you.
like a ratty old white t-shirt with some holes in it.
Mm-hmm. He'll ask you a Zelda question. He's like, "Yeah, I beat this game, and I used to play it a lot, and my fastest record of beating is 56 minutes. What about you?"
Maybe like an hour or two.
Oh, an hour or two. Oh, okay. I like to see how fast I can beat it. Mm-hmm.
Cool. I spend most of my time at the arcades, so like I don't always play Nintendo games.
What's your favorite arcade game?
I think I wrote this down on my character sheet, but I can't remember.
Donkey Kong.
No, it was something else.
Pac-Man.
Didn't I? I thought I did.
Galaga.
Contra is actually a pretty popular. Super
that's a
Contra is
good
a popular arcade game in 1988.
I feel like I may be working some of the classics, maybe some Tempest. Tempest, a good high score game, real twitchy. I feel like I'm into the real twitch stuff, the shooter stuff. So your Galagas, your Space Invaders.
Andy says, "All right, cool, man." So you guys are all instructed to get on to the bus. I'm gonna have you all three sit next to each other.
Is he stinky? I don't
For
know
sure.
if we want to sit next to him
Sure,
if he's
no.
For
smelly.
sure.
Oh,
yeah.
man, what?
I mean, unless Riddle fixed that, I guess. But for the most part, or Middle.
Middle, Riddle,
Yeah.
Tom Riddle. Tom.
But if,
You'll stink a little bit still.
all right. Yeah, kind of stinky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
still a little stinky.
Oh, man.
for sure.
Matt, did you bring any personal effects with you?
Nah, I own nothing.
I kind of figured, but I'll give you the opportunity to say that.
You're fine. Nope, I own nothing.
I'll sit with, unless you're going to sit with your new friend.
No, I think we'll sit
Oh,
together.
we get to sit next to one another, so I'll sit next
Yeah.
to my brother and...
And Matt will sit
stinky.
across.
He's the smarter of the
aisle
two of
from
us,
you.
so...
Matt will sit across the aisle from you guys by himself. I want you guys to be together.
Shaw. How
you want the
spell
window
Shaw?
seat?
SHAH.
Okay.
Do you want the window seat or the aisle?
I might be window seat.
Window. All right.
I'm a little more antisocial than you are.
Yeah. Has the bus taken off yet, or we're just sitting in here? We're all piling on.
That dwarf guy is loading up the bags into the back of the bus, which is odd for you guys to be getting on a bus without any wheels.
I would agree.
So the 15 kids first get on, and then the 5, which you guys would know now, the 5 people that are in robes with the scarves are the seniors, and they're here to help with orientation.
Hey, I don't really know if this is going to go anywhere. It doesn't have any wheels.
Give me a good rock star's
Tim.
name. What's a good rock star name?
Axel.
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 Oh, you guys should be twins. I'll be the smelly character here.
No.
Change your sheets.
You guys will see a guy with his black robes and a red scarf, and he has black hair with red tips.
That
on
guy
his
looks
hair.
cool.
It's Professor Snape.
I want to be friends with that guy.
And so he will come, and he will sit next down to Matt, and then he will scoot a little closer to the aisle after he gets a big whiff.
That's right.
And so this guy, the vibe you're getting is he is like the punk rocker vibe.
Yeah.
What's up, dudes?
Hey, man. Hey, is that guy pretty? How is it over there?
It's
Pretty
fine.
smelly.
It's fine, man. He can hear me. Listen. I'm really your senior. When we get to the school, I'm gonna give you guys a tour. Is that rocking?
Cool.
So why don't you guys want to tell me a little about yourself? Like, what's your guys' element? What's your goal here at the school?
I get him wet, real wet.
What?
Nothing, man. It's water.
Gross. I punch him in the shoulder again.
Water. Right on, man. Prime time. And he puts his knuckle out for you to fist bump.
Yeah, I'll give him a fist bump.
What about you, man? He points. He's looking at Nick.
Nick and Nate.
I snap, and then some sparks and flames come out. Fire.
Fire. All right, man. Prime time. And he puts his hand out for you to fist bump.
I go for a high five because fist bumps weren't invented yet.
This guy is so cool. He's making fist bumps cool.
No, I think they were, but
So he also, when you say a fire, he summons a little fireball into his hand and shows you that his element is fire as well.
awesome.
And then he puts it out. He's like, yeah, man, I'll tell you what, I love being a primary element. It's rocking on. He looks over to his left at Shah. What about you, man? What's your element?
So Shah doesn't say anything at all, but he casts light, and it makes like a really green. He puts it in his hand, the light, and he kind of like starts moving it toward him, and it kind of looks like a big poisonous gas ball that he's about to put in this guy's face. And he's like, "What do you think?"
Whoa, dude. Whoa. I don't know. What is that? Green ooze? Is that a booger?
Shah like blows it in his face, and the light just kind of like dissipates over him.
Does it smell, or is it just an image effect?
Yeah, it's just an image effect. It's just a green poison gas ball that's really nothing but light.
Yeah, he looks for another seat.
He's supposed to be-
It wants to get away.
Perfect.
So he goes and moves into
Now Shah's got a seat to himself.
Yeah, you got a seat to yourself. So he gets up and moves up there.
What was his name? Axel.
Axel.
See ya, Axel.
Were you testing me?
No,
We said
Okay,
Axel.
or you
we
just
said
forget?
Axel before.
You described him as if we would see him again.
Okay.
Hey, we'll see you later, man. I don't know if this bus is gonna go very far.
Rock on. I'll talk to you guys some more. I'm just gonna sit up here.
Far
This
out.
seat looks a little more comfy.
So where's this bus parked again? What's around the bus?
Okay, so you guys are in a swampy area, and it has that 1 inch thick mud kind of you're walking around in. So your bottom of your shoes are dirty.
Do we know what like state or country we're in?
You do not know what state or country you're
Because
in.
our taxi went so fast it was hard to
Right.
even tell.
Right. I mean, no one knows the location of Hogwarts. Right? You're not going to know this location. Right?
Okay, all right. So they're deliberately kind of
Took us out to the middle of nowhere. basically.
obfuscating the location of this place.
Right.
As Axel is walking away, I'm going to take the mud, the liquid in the mud. I'm going to cast Shape Water and sling it towards his butt area to make it look like he crapped his pants. I'm just kidding.
An Axel? Okay.
I'm kidding. Don't put that in there.
Oh, well, you said it. It happened.
No, I'm not going
Roll
to do
it.
that. I like this guy. I actually want to be friends with Axel. I'm not going to do that.
Okay. So he's not really that far away from you guys. He's in a seat in front of you, and he's kind of like leaning toward the alleyway to be able to still talk to you guys. He is your group's tour guide when you get to the park. I mean the school. We're not playing.
So we see the other
anymore.
they're seniors, right? We see the other seniors
Correct,
talking to their groups,
right,
or whatever, right? Okay.
So they just kind of divided up into sections of going onto the school bus. Like one went like 3 seats down, the other went 6, 9, and then last one's in the very back of the bus.
Okay.
You're sitting in this actual section of this is who he is going to give a tour to.
Sounds good.
And I was going to have this be Loveline, but Matt scared the crap out of her. So now I am really throwing off my game here. Thanks, Matt.
Just pick somebody else. Pick another rando.
No. These were my two main seniors.
Axel.
Yep.
Loveline.
Maybe I should have came up with a name for Axel before I
made him a main character.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are all on the bus. The seniors are all talking to their groups that they're going to help with. And then Headmaster Middle gets onto the bus, and also that dwarf gets into the driver's seat. Headmaster Middle is in the very front seat. He gets on, and the school bus you guys are on, it feels like the tires just start inflating, but you guys are actually on a magical school bus, and it starts hovering. It starts taking off real slow as it goes down toward these muddy roads, and you guys start hovering toward the school.
Is the driver a goofy lady with red frilly hair?
I was like, come on, the magic school bus.
Miss Frizzle.
I get where you're going with this. I was trying to find another way to say it's a magic school bus without having it be.
It's a magic school bus.
Might as well just go with magic school bus.
All right.
Yeah,
TM.
Yeah, there you go.
TM.
That's like saying, who are you going to call? And then not expecting us to...
Ghostbusters.
So you guys cruise along. So Axel did ask you guys a little about yourself. Do you explain anything else to him?
Sure. So I'll tell him.
Anything you forgot in your background, you can clean it up now.
So my element's water. I love to surf. You ever been surfing?
Nah, man, that's not my rock.
Oh, bummer. How long you been in the school? How many years?
Well, I'm a senior this year, so this will be my 4th year.
Fourth year?
Yeah, I'm about to graduate pretty soon.
What do you think of the place?
It's a pretty rocking place. I like it. You learn a lot of control. You're here for accidents don't happen. If you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, because like I've been lighting things on fire a lot, and it's not been good. So like, what did you learn as like a fire elementalist? Like, are you good at like not burning down your house?
Exactly. So I'll give you some of the several basics I've learned. I can summon fire as you, but have you ever touched it? Because you can burn yourself.
Yeah, like sometimes it's like over me, and sometimes it's around me, but like sometimes it hurts.
So he'll flick his fingers, and he'll have a small flame like it's a lighter, and then he will stick his hand over the flame and just hold it there. See, I've also learned to be able to summon the fire element and not burn myself. I've also been able to summon the fire element and not hurt others around me.
I need to know that. Is that like first year? Is that like second year? Is that like third year? Is that like
It's like first day.
first day? Like sooner, really, sooner the better.
I think with your kind of style, you can more than likely be able to go to the library and pick up a book and learn how to do it.
Cool. Yeah, there's not like in normal libraries like a lot of good books on being an elementalist. Like I'm not quite sure why, but like I read all I could, but like I learned and I practiced stuff, but like I'm ready for to learn like for real.
Can I say what I want to say before I forget?
Yeah.
Okay, like at our school in the library, like there's books and knowledge from all past elementals. Like they wrote down their secrets and stuff. So like you can go in there and you can read about how to control your own power. Isn't that rad?
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so cool.
I don't know, I had a tutor help me. So if you guys will notice, as we start approaching the school, that it's not so much that the school is magical, that the school is built on magic grounds. And as we start driving forward, you guys will notice that your powers and stuff, you feel a better connection to your element. So go ahead and level up to level 3.
Already done.
Right on. So you guys start feeling a connection to your element. You feel more control.
Okay.
And so when you have this control here, and you'll have to learn how to be able to control things here at the school, because when you leave the school and you don't learn how to able to do what you're doing there, then you won't be able to have like your connection to your element.
Gotcha. So it's gonna be easy to learn here, but it's gonna be hard to take home.
Right
with us.
on. So, what are your guys' end goals for coming into school? What are you looking to achieve?
I just want to be able to control this. There was an accident, but I just want to be able to control it.
I want to be a superhero like the Human Torch.
What?
Right on. Yeah, so like flame on and stuff?
Yeah, like
man.
I mean, I liked Fantastic Four before this, but like ever since I discovered I had the powers, I'm like I've been reading them all.
Oh. So like I think there's a book in the library about how to do that, but like I picked it up and it was just over my head. A lot of 5-syllable words and stuff, and even some 4-syllable words, and I didn't really like understand.
Yeah, the syllables don't really mean much to me.
All right.
This guy is stupid.
He's a metalhead, man. He's headbanged one too many times.
Oh God.
Yeah.
He's burnt out.
I want to lean over to Shah here, and I don't know his name, but I'll just lean over and be like, "Hey, what did you say to that girl earlier?"
Just some nice facts about the world.
Oh, nice, dude. So what's your thing? I know you made some stink cloud earlier, but what is it?
I just like to talk to people and influence them.
You know,
I just
I'm
nod.
wearing myself out, just so you guys.
I just nod like, oh yeah, I like talking to people too.
And as for my goals here, I just want to be the best me that I can be. And I make like the fucking weirdest face, just like eyes open really wide and smiling.
I just turn and look at Nick like, the fuck?
Yeah, just eyes wide, look back at my brother.
Who's this guy?
Just nod.
so Axel will ask you, Shaw, so what about you, man? What about you? What's your story? What are you here for?
Well,
What's your goal?
well, my goal is, I guess, get better at talking to people. I'm not real good at it. I'm not good with society and being around other people. So
My dad told me I was hard to talk to people, and he told me just to look him in the eye. Maybe you should look me in the eye when you talk to me.
people don't like looking me in the eyes.
Oh my God, don't look at me in the eye. Never mind.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Like, what are with those goggles, man?
Yeah, they like protect me a little bit. They make me look less weird than if I had them off. See, and I take them off, and like my eyes are like neon, like nuclear green, and it definitely looks even more weird than if the goggles were still on. They're goofy looking.
Yeah, those make you look less weird.
Radical.
See, and I like get up really close to your eyes. Like our eyes are really close to each other at this point. What do you think now?
Right on, rock on.
My breath stinks really bad.
You're making it hard to talk to your character.
That's what he's supposed to.
Well, how am I going to make you talk more?
He's not supposed to talk a lot. He's a weirdo.
Okay. So you guys are cruising along in your floaty yellow long bus. And all of a sudden, Chuck, you would notice that the ground in front of you, probably about 50 yards in front of you, just raises up. The road is like a dirt road as you're traveling through these wetlands, and it just raises up, and you see that the driver slams on the brake as the bus hovers. The back end starts lifting 4 feet off the ground, and you guys get lifted up as a bus driver slams on his brakes, and then it comes back down. And in front of you guys is this giant, ancient frost salamander. I want you guys to go ahead and give me a turn order here, please.
So roll for initiative?
Right.
I was like, what is that? I go first.
22.
Are you keeping track of this, Robbie, or am I?
I got it.
All right.
Shah?
17.
20 for Nathan. Nada.
So as this thing raises the ground itself in front of you guys, as if it was hibernating there onto the road, you see it come towards you in a slithering manner, as this is a salamander. It has no teeth, 2 arms in front of it, and it is 3 times the size of the bus with a very large and wide mouth, and it is charging right towards you guys. And you will hear Headmaster Middle say, What's that doing here? It usually hibernates to the north. Why would it be down here? And he will give out instructions to his seniors. Eric, I want you to summon the ground in front of us and make a ramp. Axel, go ahead and summon a fireball and ramp it off that...
ramp
that fireball off the ramp so we be able to get more range and hit it. And they do it, and let's see how successful they are. What do you not understand? What's up?
No, you're fine. My character's just thinking like, you're the adult here. Would you like do something? Is this like a test or something? Go on, you're fine.
I mean, he might not have an elemental power.
He might not.
Help.
Yeah, I'm kind of questioning this guy right now. The sham.
So they do that. The ramp is a little bit small, and as this fireball shoots, it drops in front of this salamander as it's heading towards you guys. Also, Headmaster Middle, he will say that this thing is too big and we can't fight it. We just need to try to get it out of our way to get to the school.
So is the bus not running right now?
The bus is stopped because it can't really pretty much go anywhere. The salamander's in front of it.
Got you. Okay.
And it's the wetlands all around you. I mean, if it would steer off, trying to go around, it would be on top of some of the wetland and the water. And Magic's hovering school bus. They don't hover on water. Nick, what do you do?
So this is Nick speaking, Casey. So Nick would be like, Nate, check out what I learned. And I reach my hand up and I go, flame armor, and like a ring of fire burns down my arm going down, and there's like some lightly tinkling kind of translucent flames around me as I cast mage armor on myself. And then be like, this is an ice salamander. This is my time to shine. I can melt this thing.
You should.
And I start getting out of my seat, and I'm going to go behind Axel as I move towards the front of the bus.
So is mage armor your action?
Yeah, mage armor is my action, and then I'll move behind Axel and go towards the front of the bus.
Okay. Let me say this again, and you can redo your turn if you want. This isn't going to be an initiative fight. This is going to be more of a skill check to get this salamander to get out of your guys' way.
Okay.
If you're going to cast mage armor, this thing will crush you and kill you.
All right, so I'm going to cast mage armor on myself and go behind Axel because I think I can help.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, if you want me to do a skill, if you want to say like, hey, these are time for skill checks.
This is time for skill checks.
So I mean, would it be like Arcana for like a defensive thing, or like what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I'll take that. Yeah, you can help defense the area up.
I mean, well, defense myself up, but with mage armor. I mean, that's how I will try to survive this thing, is trying to start with that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
21.
All right, you feel that you are very successful in this armor that you use to defense yourself up. Is this the first time that your character has ever done anything like this?
No, I think I've been practicing and trying to learn some things, but I could definitely tell that was way easier as we're closer to this magical center.
Mm-hmm. So do you get this spell at level 1, or is did you get it?
It is a level 1 spell.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
So yeah, mage armor is a thing that I learned I could do, I guess, pretty early on.
All right, our water elementalist is up. Nathan, what kind of skill check you got to get this thing out of your way?
Not much. So the bus is not stuck. The road's this thing's just blocking our way, correct?
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
I thought there was something that I could change water to ice or something like that. That's what I'm trying to find.
You don't necessarily have to cast a spell. You can just do a skill check. Why don't we let you look that up, Matt? Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on it. So like extend my hands toward it, and like some green mist will seep out into its ears and invade its mind.
You are successful, so he runs away, right? Correct?
3d6 damage, and uses his reaction to run the opposite direction.
Okay, so he's still on the trail, but you've bought everyone. Does it say a certain amount of feet? Is it his movement?
His movement, yep.
Okay,
he
so
uses his movement to go as far away as possible.
Correct. So you feel that you've bought everyone, we'll say a round. Chuck, are you ready?
Sure.
Nathan, are you ready?
Sure, yeah. I'm going to... I'm just going to move to the front of the bus and just make a perception check to see if there's any other creatures in the way. I'll move behind my brother, Nick, and make a perception check just to make sure that there are no other creatures in the area. And then I will, I guess I'll cast I'll cast a shape water spell to freeze the path that this thing's on, just to freeze the water from the muddy water.
Okay, so what is this perception check for? See if other creatures...
Just to see if there's other threats in the area other than this water salamander or whatever it is.
Okay.
I wrote a 1. Let me get that out of the way. I'm just oblivious to the situation.
You have a good modifier. That's like a 6, right?
It's a crit miss, a 1.
Yeah, but that's no plus. This isn't an attack roll, so it's not like
yeah, it's a 6. I have a +5, so 6.
All right.
What's going on, dude?
You feel like you're surrounded.
They're everywhere.
So the salamander comes back, and he's coming back towards you guys. The seniors will try again to do their little fireball ramp trick. And there's also another elementalist that steps forward, and she kneels down and puts her hands to her head, and she just closes her eyes and focuses on the salamander. The ramp is made for this fireball to ramp off of it, as it can get some good yards with it. I'm going to give these guys advantage since they're working together. And the fireball comes at the salamander and hits him on top of his head, and his head digs into the swampy mud, and as it creates this wave of slushy mud across it, as it has been fallen prone as it's charging forward. And now, Nick, you are up.
Nice. Okay, so what I would like to do is, so I think what I'm like in my brain, I'm going to, do some sort of fire attack on it. I guess how are people attacking this thing? Are they jumping out the windows? Are they out of the bus? Are they
they would exit the bus, yes.
Okay. So is Axel outside of the bus?
He is outside the bus.
Okay, so
front
yeah.
line.
All right. So I continue to follow him outside of the bus. I'm just going to cast the strongest fire blast I have, and just being I knew the little burning hands, I knew a little firebolt, but I guess as we're a little bit more powered up, I'm going to Scorching Ray.
Dang.
Which is a level 2 spell, 3 rays of fire. So make a ranged spell attack for each ray. We got a 6, a 21, and a 19.
They'll all hit, but you feel that it is non-effective.
Uh-oh.
Non-effective.
So it just it just kind of bounces off or flies around?
As it hits him, the fire on it. What damage is Scorching Ray?
Fire.
Okay.
Yep, 2d6 fire damage per hit.
Did you roll with advantage?
No, it's just three attacks.
Okay. So as it hits him, it spreads the fire wave across it. I mean, it does damage to him, but
okay.
It doesn't seem to be worried about it.
All right,
Nathan.
I guess I'll continue to move up near because I'm not going to go near this thing. I'm going to move up next to my brother Nick, and I'm going to take my action. I'm going to use the dodge action, but I'm going to use the key point and actually use shape the flowing river, so I can reshape, raise or lower, freeze or unfreeze an area of ice or water no larger than 30 feet on a side within 120 feet of me. So basically up front where this, you said there was like an earth ramp that was going on, I'm going to create ice spikes in the front just to kind of create a defense.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good idea.
In the front area there. And
I like this idea. You can have it with advantage. I want to see like a skill check, roll with advantage on it.
I don't have to roll. I just do it. It's an...
He told you to roll, bitch.
Okay, fine.
Roll. How well do you do it?
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
I see.
Exactly.
What is that? 16? Or I'm sorry, 18. Do I add anything to it?
You can do if this is a spell, you can add your spell attack.
I do wisdom with my...
your spell attack modifier. It's probably like a +5 or +4. I don't know.
I really don't have any damaging things. So what would it be? It'd be wisdom's my thing. So is it...
You are successful.
Okay,
Matt,
+3, so
up.
21. There you go.
I'll cast Phantasmal Force on it.
Okay, as you begin, is this a mind tricking spell? As you begin, the girl that is sitting down and kneeling down with her head and her hands on her head, she will tell you, "Don't play any mind games yet.
What?
Don't mess with its mind.
Oh,
Don't mess with its mind."
Don't mess with its mind. Who's this girl?
She's a senior.
no mind games.
You guys haven't met her yet. She sat on the front of the bus. I think that you guys were like 3/4 of the way in.
Okay. Well, I guess I won't cast a mind spell then. Okay. Well, I guess I'll.
You can wait. Do you want to just wait?
No, I'll take my turn. It's fine. I'm not even gonna use an action though. I'll give her a shoulder rub, and it's like awkward and like too hard, and like it's horrible, but it's bardic inspiration for her.
Right on. Like she feels, then you start rubbing her shoulders. It is awkward.
It's probably too painful.
For some reason,
A gentle massage.
Yeah.
she gets bardic inspiration from it. Okay.
Yeah, she's eager for this all to end.
Yeah. Yeah. Motivation to
You say so. No mind games, eh?
I listen to you.
So as this salamander gets close enough, and you will see that the senior that's kneeling down as a row, she starts standing up, concentrating more on the salamander in front of her. And Headmaster Middle starts saying to her, Come on, Kim, you can do it." And then finally, she befriends the salamander. As the salamander stops in its tracks, and then it moves out of your guys' way. And then Eric, the Earth Elementalist, he will stabilize the road and fix the road, and then you guys are back in your school bus and you're off.
I would lean into Axel and be like, what element is that girl? What is she? And what's her name?
She's pretty hot.
I like her shoulders. They feel good.
You're massaging this girl.
This
guy fucking creeper. I like her shoulders.
So you guys all load back onto the bus, a bit shocked and wondered about this, and Axel will tell you like, well, that's like an ancient giant salamander. They up in the Fey Wilds, there's all sorts of weird magical animals, and they usually hang out there. That has no reason to be down here in the south entrance of the road, in and out of the school. This has never happened before. This is weird.
Yeah,
real weird.
But what's her element, dude?
Yeah, man. Like,
Kim,
what's her deal?
Don't worry about her. She's not one of the primes, so don't worry about it.
What?
She's not a prime, man. She's not water, fire, or electric. She's not a prime.
Yeah, but what she did was really cool. It was like kind of way better than my fireballs.
Yeah.
Kim, I don't really understand it, but it's like some kind of animal talk. You know, Aquaman that can talk to sea creatures.
Yeah.
So she can like talk to animals like that aren't sea creatures. It's really weird. You can talk to her about it. I don't really care about her because she's not a prime.
Wonder if I can talk to sea creatures.
You're a primist, man. I don't really like you.
Well, right on. That's fine with me.
So what are the primes?
Primes, man. We're
primes, bro.
prime. We're strong,
Earth
man.
and
We're like
fire.
the original three elements: fire, water, electric, man.
Cool.
We're
Yeah.
primes.
Prime time, fist bump. You guys arrive at the school. You unload the bus, and there's like these 4 or 5 more of those dwarfs you guys see.
Why are these humans so small?
And so Axel would tell you, he's like, oh man, you ever seen the movie with the Wonka Lonkas Oompas things.
Charlie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate
Right.
Factory?
Yeah, those Oompa Loompas, man. You just gotta
Yeah.
think of these dudes as the Oompa Loompas.
Huh.
What's a movie?
This school.
What's a movie?
Wait, what? You don't know what a movie is?
I
Charlie-
had to steal stuff for a living until I came here.
I put my hands on his shoulders,
Oh, I would immediately like shrug him off. Like, don't ever touch. Like,
and then I even though he throws my,
Yeah.
my hands off, I look up. You've never seen Star Wars?
it sounds pretty cool. Oh,
Hey, bro. This guy's a little weird. Maybe I'm gonna take it easy with him.
We're gonna teach you, Shah. You hang out with us. We're gonna teach you some things that it's time for you to learn.
okay.
There's a movie theater here for you guys if you ever want to go. I think we just have Return the Jedi on repeat, but it's still like cool. But anyways, here you guys are. You're at the school. I forgot, but I was supposed to hand this out to you guys. Here's a little map in case you ever get lost.
Robbie is digging through a pile of paperwork, and he is pulling out some paper maps. Mm-hmm. He's passing them out around the table.
You guys might
color.
think that this looks like just the Magic Kingdom, but it's not. All right, it's the school.
I believe this is literally a map of the Magic Kingdom. Is this Animal Crossing? I'm kidding. No, is this Disneyland? Is this Disney World?
Yeah, it's Disney World. That's our
Nice.
map, ladies
That's a
and
good
gentlemen.
map. Yeah, I dig that.
Right on. This is the school.
All right, so so there's the entrance. There is the...
So are we at the entrance right now?
Right, you're at the entrance, which has the bus stop, and there's like this guy in black robes with a black scarf, and he has a black bandana around his eyes. He is blind, and that is what you guys could tell is the one security guard in the front of the school. And that's where you guys are at. You're at the entrance of the school, and you will get your tour on the next episode of Chris Sandwich.
Woo! All right. Thanks for sinking your teeth into Crit Sandwich. We are Crit Sandwich Podcast on Facebook. We are at Crit Sandwich on Twitter. If you like our podcast, please give us a review on iTunes or whatever other website you find your podcast on to help other people find us. If you have any feedback or would like to contribute to our random game world chart, hit us up on social media or email to send that to us at critsandwichpodcast@gmail.com.